MetaZoo is bottoming out. It's actually bottoming out. It's starting to establish a baseline. I want to go over some numbers with you guys today, and it's information that I wish was easily available specifically on YouTube, just because, in my opinion, video formats, it's just a great, super simple, super quick way to digest a ton of information quickly. You can listen to this while you're on the road, on your way to work, whatever the case. You don't have to actually, you can be doing the dishes while you're doing this. It's not like sitting down reading an article or anything like that. So I love video content. That's why I try to make videos for you guys regularly. Hello, beautiful people. Captain Zack Sparrow here. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Welcome back to MetaZoo Monday. We're bringing it back, guys, with the rebirth of the channel here. So let's talk about this specifically. I don't have too long. It's Father's Day when I'm recording this, so I need to go out and see the fathers today. Happy Father's Day to any papas in the comments and viewers here. So real quick, let's go over Cryptid Nation. Let's talk about Kickstarter, and let's talk about Cryptid Nation First Edition. So I want to specifically look at just Mothman right now. If you look back through the last several months of data, whether you're looking at TCG Player or whether you're looking at recently sold on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, I checked all these different platforms. If you look at Discords, different servers where they're going through different wheeling and dealing channels and threads and everything, what you'll find is recently sold for Mothman PSA 10 holos, so just the full holo. You're looking at the Kickstarter first edition cards, okay? Hickey or not, like you're looking at these first edition cards here. I mean, the majority of them are gonna have the little hickey there at the bottom of the card. If you don't know what that is, it's fine. It's just a little dot at the bottom of the card. They can still grade a 10, obviously, because some sellers actually will say Kickstarter first edition Mothman full holo hickey or whatever the case. And you'll see at the very bottom right of that card, it'll have that little orangish, reddish circle. So not a big deal, but just so you know what that is, that's a thing in this particular card game. I guess I was trying to fish for words on what I was going to say. So anyway, there's that information for you guys. It's been trading over the last several months, earlier this year, around the Kickstarter full holos are trading around that $1,200 to $1,300 price point consistently. What that is doing, and this is going back to my trading background, it is starting to establish a baseline. If you look on TCG Player or other places, or you try to plot out on Excel or any other program that you may or may not use, and you can chart out a graph with these different data points, you can see, I'm trying to think for you guys here, you can see where the card is, they're literally bottoming out right here. And we're starting to, it's trading in this range. Just going across right around this $1,200 to $1,300 price point for months now. What is that doing? It's establishing a baseline. Now, I'm not saying that the cards cannot go below this price point. I'm saying it's significantly harder to do so when you start establishing that baseline. People start seeing mentally those numbers regularly, and that's incredibly difficult to break out of and to break below, because so many people are buying, trading around these numbers. They're seeing these numbers regularly. It's being cemented into their mind for months now. So what this does is it provides resistance, and generally speaking, it's difficult to go below that. There could be a plethora of reasons as to why it would go below that. I believe, I have faith in the game still, and even though there's not as much hype around the game currently in these older editions, if you look at these Kickstarter cards on the PSA Pop Report right now, guys, there's only 118. I know that's still a decent chunk, but there's only 118 of these cards. You could get these Kickstarter Mothman holos PSA 10 for around $1,200, $1,300. That's crazy, in my opinion, especially where these were trading out before. Now, again, it is speculative. I'm just saying, I think right now we might be seeing the absolute bottom for these. I'm not saying that's set in stone. No, I don't have crystal ball, none of these things, no guarantees here. I'm just saying, if I wanted to bet and place some chips on the TCG here, I'm just saying these may be the lowest prices you consistently see ever again. You might see some like dips down and this and that. If I had to get just throw my opinion out, I wanted to let you guys know that's how I'm viewing this. That's how I'm approaching this situation with MetaZoo currently. As far as just the Cryptid Nation First Edition, Mothman Holo, so not Kickstarter, just the first edition ones. Those have been trading around the, even I saw some go for the low 200 range, but more like around that $250 mark, $275, just shy of $300 mark. We've been seeing those trade in that range for the last several months as well. So again, we're starting to see that bottoming out, and it's starting to trend sideways. Whenever a stock in particular starts to trend sideways, that's usually a good indication to buy in, because a lot of times after that, if you believe in that particular product, service, stock, whatever it is, a lot of times you'll see them break out from there. Now, is there risk associated with that? Of course, there's risk associated with anything in life. So do what you will, do what fits your budget, what you're looking to do. If you wanted some crazy dude's opinion that doesn't mean anything, I'm not advising you to go out and do this and that. I'm just saying I am looking at this in this particular way. I think right now is a good time. There you go. I think, me personally, not advised, I think right now is a fantastic time to be looking at these cards. And will I be that upset if I see... Here's a question for you. How much lower can the first edition PSA 10s go? Not too much lower, a couple $100, right? So they can't really go that much lower. If the game dies, sure, absolutely, you're going to be out that money. So always just be aware of that. You know, you can't invest more than you're willing to lose. That being said, again, the Kickstarter, I keep struggling between the two. The Kickstarter first edition cards, man, dude, $1,200, $1,300 for Kickstarter cards. I understand there are some sample cards and stuff too that are harder to get a hold of. I'm just saying Kickstarter is about where it's at. If you're looking toward more of the cream of the crop for this particular TCG, if you're bullish on the TCG, I'm just saying I think these are pretty wild prices right now. And again, my opinion would be you're out $1,200 if you only buy one card or if you buy several cards. So just keep that in the back of your noggin there. I wanted to point that out to you guys. I don't see anyone talking about crop like this regularly, and that's what I wanted to change on the channel moving forward. We're going to be talking about Pokemon. We're going to be talking about MetaZoo. We're going to be talking about some other TCGs coming up too. I do want to be focusing on Sorcery Contested Round 2. I have been buying into that market behind the scenes. So real excited about that. Be expecting some videos coming up on that as well. So I'm just so excited about the scene. Let me know if there are other MetaZoo type videos or opinions that you would want to hear from me. I would love to tackle that kind of subject for you guys. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful, spanking, sexy day today. You wonderful fathers out there, or fathers to be. And until next time, hug your dad today. Not too much though.